Hey guys, and welcome back to the Chaotic Kids channel, where I, Michelle, document my life here on YouTube as I try to become a full-time author while also traversing the world with multiple personalities. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. But today we are going to be doing the March wrap-up and April goals. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. But I say let's just get into it, shall we? Okay, so today is March 29th. Yeah, it's March 29th. It is a Sunday, and this is where I'm going to end the month, for my goals at least. I still plan on writing, but I'm just not gonna, well, I will document it, but we're just not gonna really go into detail about what's gonna happen the next 3 days, because I want this video to come out on the 31st. But yeah, so this month has been relatively good. There has been some moments where it's been a little off, just because of mental health wise. Honestly, I think the reason it was so off is due to the fact that my mom's birthday is this month. And since she's been gone, it's just been hard. Yeah, it's been hard. She's been gone almost 4 years now. And this year she would have turned 60. I wrote a lovely thing on Facebook for a memory for her. And my sister loved it, and I loved her little thought that she had about it. So yeah, it was really lovely. Me and my dad also. So ever since mom died, we haven't really done much with the house, which obviously why should we? Because dad's still alive. But dad was talking about this one dresser yesterday, and he's like, that dresser needs to get taken care of. He just is like, I don't need it, and it's in bad shape. Let's get rid of it. So I was like, okay, and I started cleaning. I just cleaned that side of the house anyways, just because it's always been messy, and I was like, I feel like mom wouldn't want to have a messy house. So I cleaned it up a little bit. And while I was doing it, Dad was like, "Can you start cleaning this desk off, well, like this dresser off too, so I can take care of it?" And I was like, "Sure." But basically, to round it out, I cleaned that side of the house, and we also got rid of that dresser. It was interesting to take it out. It just gives me a glimpse as to what it's gonna look like. Not what it's gonna look like, but how it's gonna feel whenever we take out all the stuff when dad passes away, but that shouldn't be for any time soon. But yeah, so that's kind of how personal life is going. Also, this month I've done a lot of travel. Just travel to my sister's house, travel to go to Menards. My traveling days aren't over yet. Well, they're never going to be over. But I will have one trip coming up probably pretty soon to get windows for the house. I did a video where I'm talking about the fact that I'm going to be taking a 3 month break, and how this month, next 3 months, I'm going to be working on residing the house that I have. And that includes installing windows, so that's going to be a 3 month goal. And probably, yeah, I'll try to have a video up every week. But that's probably the best I'll get. If I have more, I'll have more, but that's besides the point. But I say let's just jump into the numbers and the facts of this month, since this is a writing channel and stuff. So I just have a little sticky note here of some major milestones that majors might be a weird word, but some milestones that I hit. Okay, maybe not milestones. But so for the Chaotic Kids channel, this is more YouTube than it is writing. But for the Chaotic Kids channel, I posted 9 videos, not including this video. I also have 36 subscribers, which has been the same. So if you guys are new to this channel, you guys can definitely hit a subscribe. It helps me out. And if that's not your guys' jam, you guys can always just watch. I really appreciate it. Not trying to trying to promote anything, just like, it shows me that you care. And I think this month I had some really quality content, I feel like. I say, but I'm like always have somewhat quality. But yeah, so I did a lot of vlogs this week, this month, so that could be interesting for you guys. I also had the realization that I wanted to become a religious sister, so those are videos I'll probably have up on this channel moving forward after I do some serious contemplating about it. Just because, like, it is, like, becoming a religious sister is a huge milestone. Like, that would mean leaving this house and leaving this town. And kind of, I say leaving my family, but, like, that realization, like, I'll be leaving it. But, like, not leaving it forever, but, like, not getting to call my sister as much, not getting to see mom, getting to see dad all the time, not going to the cemeteries, not going to see grandma. It's those huge things that I'm just, like, half hesitant about. And then there's also the fact that I'm an author, and I'm like, I have multiple pen names, and just having those multiple pen names, like, will I still be able to keep those multiple pen names? Will I get to still write Shelley's books while also writing Grace's books, while also trying to write Maris's books? There's so many things up in the air that I am just a little hesitant about. Yeah, but I will say I have a conversation with my local priest coming up on Monday. I'll do a video on, like, how that conversation went on Thursday. But yeah, that should be interesting. But so another thing about YouTube, I have a second channel, if you guys do not know. That is the Author Shelley Middle Grade Author channel. That's the title of the channel. But that's basically a place where I get to describe and talk about Shelley's works. So Shelley is Bugstopia books, which are those books up there. I wrote those for our nephew when he was 7. He's now almost 12. So they're my legacy that I leave on for him. And whenever my nieces get older, they will definitely get their own book series too. But yeah, on that channel, I posted 7 videos, which was which was the readings for book 4 in Bugstopia, which I'll show you that book. This is book 4, The Surge of Power. So if you're interested in checking them out, you can go check them out. I have already read books 1, 2, and 3, so you can go to that channel and listen to the read-throughs. I will say my reading isn't the best, just because reading aloud feels weird to me, and talking out loud feels weird to me too, so, up to your own discretion. But I do those reading videos so for people like my nephew, who's a reluctant reader, who doesn't necessarily, like, I don't want to say enjoy reading, but, like, he just struggles at reading, but yet it's still important to have reading be part of his life, kind of thing. But so on that channel, I have 9 subscribers. I've been at 9 for a while, 36 subscribers on this channel. Been at those for a while, but I'm not really, like, trying to push out marketing and get a whole bunch of subscribers. That's not my, like, I would love to get monetized on the 2 channels, but, if I become a sister, will I be able to keep those channels, kind of thing. And as long as people watch, that's all I really care about. But anyways, in the writing news, for the month of March, I wrote 18,698 words, and I took 11 days off this month, which I think is pretty good. A lot of days taken off, but a lot of those, like I said, was a lot of traveling days, and I was just like, I don't want to write and think about, like, I don't want to write and also be, like, around my family members while writing. Like, if I'm around my family members, I take the time off to write, to take a break from writing. But the project I worked on was JJ's project, where I was editing Act 2. It started on Chapter 13, and I'm on Chapter 19 now, so I finished to Chapter 18. I originally had Act 2 as 20 chapters, but now it's probably looking more like closer to 23 chapters long. So yeah, I plan on finishing that book up in this month, like at the beginning of this week. Well, this week into this week of the 29th, or next week of the 5th? The week of the 5th. It just depends. I also need to remember that the 5th is Easter, which I'm just shocked by. But yeah. Another thing I worked on was the picture book of St. Francis of Assisi. I actually printed out a copy of the of the document, like, of my picture book, so I can send it to to give it to my local priest when I see him. It's at 1,400. It's at 1,000 and 43 words long, which is kind of long, but it's kind of like retelling St. Francis's story. So I don't know how it's going to look exactly, but I have it. It's almost 4 pages long, so, you know, it'll be how it is. I did have another goal of working on Bugstopia Book 8 and getting that to a point where I felt confident in it to send it to my beta reader. I never got in contact with my beta reader and didn't even work on it. So, yeah, that didn't happen. Yeah, but that's kind of what I did in the month of March. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I'm going to talk then about the books that I'm currently reading and planning on reading in the month of April, and then we'll go into my goals for April. So let's get into it. Okay, so this little section is not going to just be about the books I'm reading, but it's kind of going to be like about everything that has to deal with things outside of writing. But so, first of all, we're going to talk about books. So this month, I've only read one book, which was The Three Voices that God Speaks to Us Through. I can't remember the title exactly. It's The Three Ordinary Voices of God, sorry. But to replace that Christian fiction book, or that, not Christian fiction, but replacing that novel, that book, I'm sorry, I'm struggling right now. But I'm reading Do Something Beautiful for God. This is a book, about Mother Teresa. I'm currently on the March section, which this book is written like daily thoughts to think about. So like, it has every day of the week, every day of the year, and like a thought that Mother Teresa taught kind of thing, or a teaching of hers. So that's one book that I'm reading. I try to read this at night when I do my prayer time. Then I'm also reading the Nocturnals, which is The Mystery Abduction. This book I'm on chapter 20. I started on chapter 11 this month. Done really good. I think I did an average, like if I read for 30 minutes, I can get like 6 chapters read, and there's like 33 chapters in the book. So I think in like 2 more reading sessions, I can get this book done, which will be great. I say which will be great a lot. The next book I'm reading is Dreaming About the Boy Next Door by Sarah Sutton. I don't know why I decided to say her name and not the other two. But this one is a young adult Christian. I want to keep saying Christian. Young adult, sweet romance book. Really been enjoying it. I'm on chapter 6. Just started it. And I'll say whenever I'm reading like young adult novels, and also middle grade books, I typically do like a lot of, not dissecting necessarily, but like I do a lot of thought process to be like, okay, this happens in this book. Like in her book, I try to decipher what's going to happen, like what's the conflict's going to be. And also maybe like the backgrounds, character stories and stuff. But also while I'm doing it, I think in my own books that I'm wanting to write, especially for Grace, like she wants to write all these like real life stories of these real life characters, not real world characters, but these characters who have like real life problems, you know, like suffer with suicide, suffer with depression, so like all these mental health issues. But I'm like, not, mental health doesn't just spring up on someone, not all the time. But I'm just like, okay, I like giving some like problems in the world, like problems in the real life family kind of thing, if that makes sense. The next book I'm trying to read, which is a hard book to read, is Complex PTSD from Surviving to Thriving. This is a mental health book where I'm trying to just discover more about myself. It is a work in progress. This book is not meant to be read in order, which I'm not doing. It's dense and it hurts my brain. But I think on Monday I'm going to read one of these chapters just to have another one read, because I haven't read that since January sometime, so it's been a while. In other news, I am continuing on with my Bible in a year. Not really sure. I've been doing really good. I'm currently on day 86 of it, which we are in the 4th section which in the Bible in a year we do adventure. I can't think of the words now, but we read the book as an kind of like a narrative story following it. Meaning we are on Joshua. And this fourth section is Judges and Conquest. So it's been really good. I don't know what to say. It's the Bible. I sometimes, there's been days where I do not read it, just because it's a bad mental health day, and I'm just like, I have already done enough, like, not enough, but like, I've sat at my computer long enough, or like, my brain's just like, I could care less about this right now. And that's honestly just because my mood fluctuates so much with like super high highs, super low lows, and everyone is just switching in and out all the time, so it's just a roller coaster. But yeah, so it's been going good. I will also say, my friend, who I call my spiritual grandmother, like, that's how I look at her as, she recently went to Medjugorje, which is a place where the Blessed Virgin Mary, kind of gave a sign, gave an apparition. She actually brought me something back, which, she bought me this rosary. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that too well with my lighting, but it's an absolutely gorgeous rosary. I plan on, this is going to be my one that I bring everywhere, like every day, wearing it on me. I have like 4 or 5 different types of rosaries, but this one, was blessed by the Blessed Virgin Mary. And now, you can believe it or not, I know I'm going to be becoming a saint, but I also acknowledge that this channel, not everyone is, did I say becoming a saint? I meant becoming a sister. And I acknowledge on this channel, not everyone is going to be interested in my Catholic journey to possibly becoming a sister, to following deeper in love with God, which I'm okay with. I'm not forcing anyone to be on this channel if they don't appreciate what I do, kind of thing. If you want to watch, you can watch. If not, you don't have to. I'm not forcing. But this one's just special to me. And like, honestly, I saw my spiritual grandmother and her sister, which I also call my spiritual grandmother. I saw them today, and I always forget how how enriching it is to be in front of other people. Like, I didn't say anything, but like, being around other people who are also super into their faith, it just enlightens me. Yeah, and I think that's honestly one of the reasons I really want to become a sister, is not only for the community that it brings, like the sisterhood, but also like just being closer to God. God has been such an important, vital person in my life. And especially, like, say, with the Blessed Virgin Mary, like, the rosary that's blessed by the Blessed Virgin Mary, like, I don't think I've ever told you this, but my confirmation name is Mary, for the Blessed Virgin Mary. And at first, when I did it, I was just like, I'm an angsty, not angsty, but I'm a moody person who just doesn't understand herself. And I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna pick the easiest one, Mary. Which is a terrible reason to pick it. But honestly, Mary was choosing me, just because, like, I have so many things in common with Mary. So, I, first of all, have an aunt named Mary, and Mary's Mary's cousin is named Elizabeth. I have an aunt named Elizabeth as well. And so I was like, that just makes sense. And then also, Mary's birthday and my birthday are the same, which I was like, that's just a coincidence. And I was like, I love that thought. Yeah, and like, I don't know, that I really chose Mary for that reason, but also, like, I don't know, as I've been coming down, like, I've been doing the consecration to the Blessed Virgin Mary. I haven't done that recently, but like, I've been doing all these things, and Mary has been very key and vital to me growing. Like, if it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for those ladies at my local store, like, I don't know if I would still be Catholic. Like, I don't think I would be going to church. I've been going to church every week now. I will say, the Easter Vigil is going to be a challenge, and I don't know if I'll go to it. Like, I want to, but at the same point, I acknowledge that there's going to be a lot of people. It is going to be a long mass. And that scares me. So I'm like, maybe I'll hold off this year, because I still am not, like, 100% with health-wise, like, being in front of a lot of, like, I'm not being in front of people, but, like, being present with others, like, a huge crowd of people. if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's been really good. I told you about the conquest and judges and conquest. But yeah, this month, since it was Lent, it has been really good mental health, like not mental health wise, but with my spiritual journey. Yeah, so I say let's jump into what my goals are for April, and then we'll close out on today's video, okay? So let's get into it. Okay, guys, so now we're going to be talking about my goals for April, but I will say I think now I have more realistic goals for myself because last month was not realistic. I wanted to have all these picture books done. Like, I wanted to have 3 different picture books done. I wanted to journal so many times. I wanted to finish reading Bugstopia book 4, which I didn't do because I was struggling. There was one day I missed a recording, and I was just like, okay, whatever. So the reading will be done by April 1st, so it will be done. But yeah, I wanted to do all these things. I wanted to do school visits, send books to schools. I had so many things, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be my timeline and stuff. Like, I thought editing JJ's story was gonna take me 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, I only got like 6 chapters edited. But I'm doing like a hardcore edit, like getting it as finalized as I can before sending it off to my editor. Which my editor, she's a great lady. I only have to pay her $20 for a section. And I'll say, like, whenever I'm doing it, like, I'm wanting it to be as best as I can. So then when she goes to proofreading it, she can just write, like, tell me basics, you know? And yes, I know she's a proofreader, but it helps me as I read also to be like, oh yeah, this is the problems I'm having, so I don't know. I'll eventually, like, with the project I'm working on now, JJ's story, I will eventually get it, hopefully traditional publishing, hopefully by the sisters that I'm wanting to join Daughters of St. Paul, and their press is Pauline Press, and, or Pauline, yeah, Paulina Press, no, I don't know, I can't think of words right now, but they have a media press because they are, like, the media nuns, and I would love to have my books with them so I can be interconnected and also write my books and be together, like, does that make sense? But that's not until this book gets done. Only on I just got done with Act 2. Well, I got done with Act 2, and now I'm re-editing it, so I can send it to my editor, kind of thing. But yeah. Now let's get into the goals. So, the goals for April. First goal, and the major goal, is to finish editing Act 2. Currently on chapter 19. There used to be 20 chapters. I think I added at least 3 chapters. So looking for like 5 or 6 chapters more to edit / write. And I would like to have this done by the 9th of April. Strictly because on the 9th, I would like to have a video where I'm like sending it off to my editor kind of thing. If that does not happen, I will then have I'll have a video, like a weekly vlog up, but I will also then have, like, say, once that book is done, I will then be like, okay, book is sent off to the editors, I am done with it, kind of thing. Well, done with it. But then, like, after I get Act 2 done, I'm going to take, like, probably a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe, like, a week and a half, I'm not sure, to just take a break from JJ, and then work on my picture books, work on one picture book, and work on Bugstopia Book 8 edits. So with Book 8's edits, it's going to be part of Bugstopia. I tried editing it like 4 different times. I never got into it. But I'm like, no, I need to sit down and actually work on it. I know it's not coming out for a while, but I just need to get it as finished as as polished as I can get it for right now, so then I can take another couple months to work on JJ's story and then come back to it and edit it again, kind of thing. I'm doing a lot of editing. But that is the game plan, is take like a week and a half to edit that book, get it done, have that as a video on this channel to work on. Then there's going to be a picture book that I'm wanting to work on, which is Mother Teresa's picture book, which is why I'm reading this book. Once I probably get done reading this book, or it's getting close to the end of it, I will then start watching a whole bunch of videos about her, praying on it, and just being like, Mother Teresa, help me write this book kind of thing. To a point that I feel confident in it, and I feel like she's confident in it as well. So those are the main 3 things I would like to get accomplished. I will also say, if, and this is a hard if I, like, after a week and a half, almost 2 weeks after that, if I feel up to writing JJ's story, I will start writing. I say I have down here, like, write 6 chapters in JJ's story. That was before I knew that JJ's Act 2 isn't done yet. So I'm like, okay, gonna get Act 2 done, then start on Act 3. But I'm like, I'm going to just write it as I did last time. Take a day, write it, have however many words I wrote, and that's about it. I'm strictly going to focus on, like, when I get to it, I will start on it. But I think for the month of May and June, okay, maybe July too, those 3 months, or as long as it takes, I'm going to work on Act 3 of JJ's story. I say this mostly because we are working on the house. My writing might not be as priority, so things will just happen. Yeah, so those are the main goals. JJ Act 2, picture book about Mother Teresa, book 8 of Bugstopia, done, at least for draft 4, and then when I get a chance, write some chapters in JJ's Act 3. Yeah, and then, obviously, I would like to continue to read, at least read at least 1 book, if I get a chance. I would also kind of like to finish the Nocturnals, but at least get done with the beautiful, do something beautiful for God, story. I'm just chatty, apparently, today. I will also say, then, I also am doing, like, this nun training that I'm saying about, working myself up to becoming a nun, or at least becoming a better person by following God and doing all these things. Sorry. But with this, I have, like, 3 goals that I would like to accomplish in the month of April. I would like to, get up at 6:30, and go to bed at 9:30, do 1 weekend mass and also another mass throughout the week. I'm thinking possibly doing it on Thursdays, because one of my local churches has, like, I've never been to this priest, never been to this priest to listen to him, so I'd love to kind of listen to him and just see how he is. So I want to do that. Then obviously do the Bible in a year. I told myself do it one Bible in a year. I told myself one day a week I can miss a Bible in a year if I'm really not feeling it, but I would like to try to accomplish it for all 30 days. And then also pray 2 rosaries. I'm thinking 1 in the morning when I wake up, and then a second one when I do my prayer time in the evening. So, yeah, those are the goals. Yeah, I could show you my notebook. Like, I don't want to show you my notebook necessarily just because, I don't know, but, like, I have all these journals and all my word counts and stuff in this notebook. Yeah, really like it. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, those are my goals for the month of April. I talked about my month of March. I think that's all I really need to talk to you guys about. If there's anything else you guys would like to know about me, go ahead and leave some comments in the description, leaving questions, whatever you want. But like I said, my video content will get slower. This week I'm pushing out a video for Tuesday and also Thursday, but after that I'm taking a break. But if you guys have video ideas you would like to hear, leave it down in the comments. I will get to them. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys all have a lovely day. And I haven't said this in a while, but make sure to keep making fantasies come true, 1 story at a time, okay? And I'll see you guys later. Bye!